Say 1, 2, 3.
There it is. Damn it. That's what we're gonna do all Easter.
Hey, that gotta be the intro.
Hey, no,
that has to be part of the intro.
I'm done talking about this shit. Done.
An old man clap.
That's crazy.
Look at this Jack.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's great, dog.
Dog. So you just bought some Timbs.
No, so these been in a box, bro.
No, wait a minute. Time out. Let's introduce you.
Yes.
Oh, what you got?
Hell no.
Selfish.
Screw this guy. I'm talking about my Timbs.
Somebody's Timbs.
Selfish.
Worry about him. Worry about Timbs.
What was the Timbs? Is
So,
your name Tim? No.
Marcel, I've known these brothers forever. Father, husband.
No, we're not gonna pass by your name, Marcel.
Hold on. Wait.
That is very,
It's very elegant, bro. It's very sophisticated.
It's French.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Your ass
Yeah.
is not French.
No, I'm not. Well, technically,
Yeah.
technically, well, like my people from Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get you that.
Louisiana, you know that.
Yeah. Creole thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I go with that.
I rock with that.
I just expected Marcel.
No.
Yeah, my name is Marcel.
Marcel.
Marcel. Like a solid C, but it's like an S.
It's more. It's
It's real easy if you ain't got side teeth. Yo.
more. It's more like Gambit. Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
boy.
And that name is Marcel.
It's myself.
Marcel.
Made a name for myself.
Oh man. So there. So about them Timbs.
About these Timbs, bro, these been in a box a long time. I don't know if y'all can see these. I'm not raising them. I can't take them out because I ain't gonna be able to put it back on.
No, we ain't gonna do
they
it.
heavy as
Stretchy
shit.
situation. You talk about the big bag, bro.
Listen, I only put these out. I only wore these today because they were like close by. That's it.
I mean to get some.
And that's how you know you get old when you pick your clothes based off of vicinity.
But hey, man, whatever's close by.
Like, hey, there we go.
This gonna work today.
It smells great. Let's do it.
Well, they don't get that reach.
I only wore this one day this week.
Where the Febreze at?
Yeah.
It's got to be in that initial reach of getting out of bed, like
Yeah.
And for the record, these are like the wrong shoes to wear. Like once you get a little bit older, like the game has changed.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're younger, you wear them because they're cute. And
Right,
and
right.
Stuff, but like they not as cute anymore. They hurt. Your toes hurt. Like I'm skinny, so like I feel like I'm lifting weights every time I walk.
Bro,
Crazy.
tell you, I've been meaning to get some Timbs. I wanted Timbs so bad last couple of summers or winters or whatever, just to have them on, just to have that walk.
Bro, y'all know if you remember this, like, okay, so like people at home, like back, I know this brother when he had long hair and I had short hair. I done grew whole locks out. This man's Joe Budden bone. This man used to wear Timbs with basketball shoes. I'm like, what the?
Bruh, that's that growing up in the country, man. Like, it be so, like, cold in the daytime, in the morning time, and then in the evening or the afternoon, it's like 80 degrees. So
That's
it's like,
crazy.
you got jackets on and shorts and Timbs.
Bro, like it's like summertime up here
Oh, yeah.
and like hard winter at the bottom. It's crazy.
I used to love them things, man. But, yeah, that's how I was growing up, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, this just gets one wear.
So the game done changed, though, because now it's like, that's what's in. Like, I seen some cats like that, like, that's what it is. Or am I tripping?
They still wearing Timbs like that?
Yeah.
With basketball shorts?
With some shorts.
They gotta be from New York. Ain't no
They gotta
way.
be.
I mean,
Ain't
hey,
nobody from Dallas.
Nah.
people coming to Texas, bro. It's like all kind of.
That's what
folks
I'm
out
saying,
here,
yeah.
man. Like, it's getting crowded down here. I don't know if y'all know.
I don't know.
We on these streets every day. It's getting crowded.
Are they at least like legit Timbs or they like rugged out back?
Man, I don't be scoping them like that no more. It might be some fake ones out there. Might be some Appalachian Mountains boots or something.
Yo.
And they got a broccoli. The goddamn broccoli on side of your shoe.
You got them Brock Jacksons, bro.
Got them veggie tails on.
You rocking
Veggie
them
tail.
Got some veggie tails.
Bro, you rocking them cucumber threes, bro. I feel you, homie. Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, man, the game done changed, fellas.
It has, dog. Things are different, man. Let me tell you what's really different.
Wait.
These goddamn watching sports, dog, is a little bit different. Like when you're an adult, first of all, let's just go back. When you're playing it, it's fine. But when you have a child and you're watching it,
Yeah.
it's the most frustrating ass situation that you can possibly go through. And it's hard. It's hard because you want to channel yourself in, but you don't want to push the kid to the point where they don't want to play no more.
Right.
It's just like really different. Like the game has changed. The style of basketball, style of football, most sports have changed. But just sitting on the bleachers and just kind of watching and hoping that they just kind of somehow channel what you thinking is the craziest. Just I don't know. That's wild. I don't like that.
That's a great point because you can't give your child that desire and that drive, that tenacity, that dog. You cannot give your child that, and that is the most frustrating thing because okay, they say they want to play. It's like, okay, you want to play, but then you don't see the results. You don't see that same fire in their eyes that you had. You try to instill that in them, and they just like.
But you know why though? The want's different.
Yeah.
Right. You got to think about back in our day. That was like our way out. That was our way of saying like, hey, this is how I can change the game for my family.
Yeah. Right.
So hey, I want to make a better life for moms. I need to make a better life for my siblings. That was the want, and so it was like a dog eat dog. Like
that is true.
You are in my way, and I can't allow you to stop me.
Right.
But you got to understand, like because we grew up that way. We now provide our kids with so much because we're like, well, you didn't have it. I want to make sure you ain't got to go through it. Right. So their want is not there.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing behind it. It's literally just playing just to play.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I've noticed is the reason because you going against kids that, they live in a single parent home, mom working mom, dad working 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
They having to do a lot of things to help around the house and they like, yo, I don't want to do this. I want to live like
this. My outlet.
This is my outlet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now, kids are like, man, I want to go to UT. Why? My friend going, no, buddy, I ain't paying that much money for you to go just because you're a friend. But you see, like the thought process is different.
And the practice schedule, like the whole hustle behind that stuff. Like, hey, you know what? You're going to get up and go to the gym on Saturday? Nah, I'm good. I'm just going to play this round of Fortnite. I'm good.
Right.
Or, I'm going to catch up. I'm just catch up in my sleep. I practice every day this week, Dad. In school. Why do I need to practice more outside?
Right.
So, yeah, I think that ethic.
I think the vision, like, I keep thinking of the word television and how the TV is telling everybody's vision, like what to dream, what to think about. And like, when you didn't have that before, or when your parents restricted you, like I remember my parents used to make us go outside and lock the door.
Yeah.
And we just be outside, like we got to find stuff to do, find sticks, find pellets to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
But the imagination got to go working in it. I remember hearing Kyrie Irving talking about that. Like just using his imagination, bouncing that spin backboard shot he likes to make. Because he said the backboard was broken.
Oh yeah, it was broken in different patches or something along the line. So he had to be creative.
But that's what I'm saying though. That goes back to like the environment, right? Yeah. That was an environment he was in or that we were in, where it's like we don't have the luxuries of going to this nice gym,
right?
But at the same time, like again, it's the competition, right? Me and you may be close and like you my brother. But when we get on the court, I'm about to dog you out because I'm trying to prove a point. I'm trying to show superiority on the court, right? So that way my whole thing is I'm dominating.
Yeah.
Now kids are like, I want to be your best buddy, which is fine. Right. But like the competition factor, you see what I'm saying?
Bro, I don't like you.
Like how many times me and you hoop, bro? Yeah. And we cussing each other out, talking like crazy. You would think we enemies, and then when we get done, like, hey, you want to go get something to eat?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a different type of you're right, bro. It's like a different
environment.
I don't like you for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or however long.
And it's understood.
Yeah,
like
it's
we understood that. My roommate Tony, we used to do that. Like we go to that gym from the front. We in the dorm room. This is where we live together while we in college. We go to the gym and play basketball 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Don't like each other the whole game. Don't like each other for an hour and a half after the game. Then we go eat and we cool. You understand that, but yeah, it's the environment. It's and getting to understand that drive, like that work ethic. Like you knew you had to have a better work ethic, and then there was like different competition. Like the people in your neighborhood, like there was always that one guy that's like, yo, why is he? Like he's like the dopest one in the hood. Like no one can beat this dude. Then you have that thing in your mind, like I gotta be better than Junebug.
It's like the king of the hill. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's like, all right, well, whoever is up top is the best. So
we're from that Kobe era. That whole
100%.
That mentality thing is a real thing, dog. You think? Of course, you think these kids are soft, man?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly do. Just again, because of the lifestyle that our generation is providing.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about it. We were saying like, I don't want to live like that. Yeah. I don't want my kids to experience that. So we worked our asses off to make sure that we get the nice house, the cars, the opportunities, right, to give to them.
Right.
if you keep giving somebody something all the time, their want it doesn't because it's like it's already given. It becomes an expectation, right? And not I don't because we still had that mentality. I don't know about you. I still had a mentality like if I want that, I'm going to get that,
right?
Because I like you know what I'm saying. But for them, it's like I mean, yeah, it's cool. I'll get it one day, someday. Like you know what I'm saying. Like my son say that all the time. Like you want it? Oh yeah. I'm like, nah, I ain't give you that. If you'd have been like, yes, I was like, all right, I'll go get it. But you was like, yeah, it's cool. Nah, I'll keep that in my pocket.
It's okay, Dad.
Yeah, it's mid.
So that whole desire.
It's mid.
Mid.
It's
Oh,
mid. I'll keep my mid wallet in my back right here.
That's a Sigma gift.
So that must mean you want to hit you a lawnmower route and start cutting grass if you wanted to. You don't want that bad.
They don't know how to do that.
Hell no.
They'll mow half the yard and be like, can I go?
My son said something was skibbity the other day.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
I don't even know.
Like skibbity.
I feel like we're in that era. Remember when your parents you be like, hey, y'all still use jive turkey? We in that era now. Like what?
Ain't nobody.
Like
hey, look at her, Jack.
no, hey, listen. So I had a situation where I was at school and these students were in the hallway. They're not supposed to be there. So I told them, I said, hey, excuse me. They would let girls. I said, excuse me, ladies. I don't mean to cramp your style, but you can't be in it. One of them goes, oh my God. He said, cramp my style. I was like, I looked at I said, is that like an old term? She goes, absolutely. I was like, you know what? Go to the office. I was like, go to the office. I was like, go. That's
taking this today.
Bro, that's the
I
frustrating
thought that was
thing,
just a
though.
regular word.
Technology speeds up everything. So it's like slang can't last that long no more.
Yeah.
Unless everyone knows about it. Like, so when something was regional and you could like sit on it for a hot minute and then no one would know about it down south or whatever.
Pause.
What did I say? Oh, you want to hear?
You got playback.
But yeah, dog.
Sitting
Like,
on it.
oh, I did say that.
Yeah. It's okay.
Hey, yo, my bad.
Moment of time.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, like it makes stuff like way too fast. Like, okay, by the time it's hit you, it's already on to the next thing. They're like, oh, yo, you say what? Like, no.
Right.
Yeah, I think I helped speed up that process though. Because once I find out something cool, I make it lame as hell. Immediately, bro. Immediately. Dear Alpha, well, say, hey guys, my aura's on 45 today. Like,
My aura is
that's
that
what they say.
45?
That's a new thing. They
You
say
can
that-
ruin
it.
I don't know that. Aura points. So.
Yeah.
It's like your cool. It used to be cool points. That's what it used to be. But now it's like aura. Like my
Look,
aura.
he's feeling squeamish now.
Yeah, like this guy's losing. You can't see it on the other side of his camera.
Yeah. My son is on the other side.
It's on the other side. He is losing his damn mind right now. He's like, oh my god, this guy said my aura is on 45. That's pretty low. I ain't gonna lie. The aura typically is on about.
So what's the
6,000.
high end? What's the high end?
Infinity. Like bro, infinity. Like you got like swag.
See,
No one
that's
said
what I'm
swag
saying.
anymore.
Look, they can't even come up with a number, bro.
They
They,
don't.
they making up like
Infinite aura.
infinite.
Like, what is this?
You
Like
play
there
those,
got to
like-
be a cap.
You play those role player games, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like you have a little plus sign,
Oh my
RPG type situation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's real. It's real out here.
Okay.
It's real skibbity.
Like, what is that?
I
So
don't
what was
know.
the context behind that?
Skibbity is. I heard it's bad. That's what I hear. That's what they say.
Skibidi.
I don't know.
I know it's pretty lame.
So yeah, the game done definitely changed.
It has changed, man, big time.
And when we talk about, sports and stuff, man, it's like I got my son, he's playing, his whole thing is Madden. So he's learning football from Madden. So he takes that on the field when he plays flag football. So he's got this whole Madden mentality. He thinks things are supposed to work out a certain way. When they don't, he gets beyond frustrated. It's like, son, I'm trying to tell you, it's a slow game, man. You can't get the same big time super plays all the time. You can't be decab and all this guys. Like,
And I weaved, but I still got tackled.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
work
did
that
that.
way, my guy.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way at all.
it's like, man, it's like I need to get him with some real coaches and stuff. Because I do what I can, because I'm not a football guy, but I can teach him some basic mechanic stuff, just bare minimum things, right? So,
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't give him that desire. I get my daughter played basketball, and she was like, "Yeah, I really want to play." I'm like, "Great." And I'm like, "She's gonna have the same tenacity I did. Just go after it." She's like, "Nah, I might play today." I'm like, "You might play today."
Like my daughter, man. One time she was playing soccer and she just walked off the field and she's crying. I was like, "What happened?" She goes, "I'm sweating." I was like, I said, "Yep, you're. I know you ain't
Hey,
gonna
man.
play sports."
They
I was like, "I
probably-
love you to death, baby girl." But, ooh, Lord Jesus.
I feel like London and Gia played on the same team because London's out there. She's supposed to be the goalie. Her ass out there collecting daisies and dandelions on the field. I'm like, Dad, I'm doing a cartwheel. I'm like, no, don't do this.
Oh my
They're doing round-offs.
But ain't that what kids did anyway? Like in our day, isn't that like some kids? I mean, back in our day, you still had those, kids who were just kind of like, spaced. Not, I won't say spaced out, but they weren't really into it.
Yeah,
because sports just wasn't their thing.
Right.
It wasn't their niche.
It wasn't their thing. But then you still had those of us who were just like, yo, I'm going to kill every single time I get out here. And it's like, it's hard to relate that.
Let me ask y'all this question. So because I know how I feel about it, but being a former athlete, like how does that make you feel seeing that, like, man, okay, like maybe sports is not for my child? Like, where's that put you as, like,
man. That's a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, I feel like, I don't want to force anything on my child, but if they tell me I want to play this sport,
yeah,
I'm telling them, I'm letting them know off the rip before we suit up, I'm going to push you in this and this and this and everything I know. Right. I'm going to give you the game on this, and this is what it is. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. So if you want to really know how to play, like, we can do this. But if you don't, I'm not going to force you.
Right.
Because then you just get out there and be mad because daddy making me do this.
There it is. And now I want to be that person. No one want to be the guy that's like, no, you force me. I'm really doing this to appease you. So that's not.
Oh, that's the worst.
That is the absolute worst, bro. And like I said, I believe in the accountability thing for sure. Like, look, you tell me that you want to do this X, Y, and Z, so that means X, Y, and Z requires A, B, and C in order for you to do that. So you need to know the whole part. I think the big part is that acknowledging maturity is like acknowledging that people can change their mind, and that's the hard part. Now it's like when you get into it and you realize that you bit off pause. What you can shoot, pause. but in the same token, it's like as a dad, I have to hold you. I have that responsibility, but I also have to listen to you as a human being and say, look, I realized after not doing as great as I thought I was going to do in this, or maybe because I've had fatigue because I've done this since I was 4, or whatever age they start, that this might there are other ways for me to be successful too.
So what about Joe Jackson? What he said?
Joe Jackson,
they asked him about, like,
get my belt.
Right, like, well, I will beat him into success. Like, so are we mad that he said that? Because
we got Mike out of that.
If Joe didn't do all that stuff to Mike, to the kids, like, what would they be like working like at GM or something? Like
that? We wouldn't. Mike
crazy.
Like, you think about
that. Can you imagine Mike on the assembly line making rubber grommets?
You pass.
Like, I mean, how?
Hey Tito, pass me the grommet.
Hey guys, it's lunch. You want to go grab something?
I want a hot pretzel sandwich.
Give me a ham and cheese on rye. This shift has been killing me.
Y'all gonna do overtime this weekend?
Hell no, guys. I'm gonna go beat it.
Yo,
just beat
that's crazy.
But like, you think about that, like he and Serena's Serena Venus there. The way he pushed them.
But I think that's different though. Well, I'm not gonna say
it's different about it.
Well, no. I don't know like the Jacksons and like if he's like, nah, y'all mofos gonna sing.
Yeah.
But with Venus and Serena. Goes back to like you said. Mm-hmm. They said they want to play.
Right.
And their dad like, okay, cool. Well, we gonna again, but that's twofold, right? One, okay, you gonna play. Well, you gonna be the best. And 2, you got to think about the time and the setting and the environment it was in. Right? Is trying to find equality in the sport of tennis for not only girls, but not then also being black.
Right?
You see what I'm saying? So he's just trying to teach them how to persevere.
Yeah.
That's what I took from the story.
Yeah.
Right? I'm pushing you girls to not only be the best, because if you're going to do something, you got to do it to the best of your ability, but I'm also trying to show you how to press forward through adversity.
Oh, that's grit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? I mean, because look at them now, right? It's like, can't nothing stop. It's like Venus did her thing before she, had some of her health issues. Serena's killing the game even after outside of tennis. You know what I mean? So that perspective to me is different. You know what I mean? It's not just, no, this is what you're going to do because you're going to be this is our ticket out, Now, that's not to say there's not an element of that with them.
Yeah.
But
because Joe's in the band, right? He was trying to get out that way, but that didn't work.
Right.
And he's like, well, I'm going to get my kids.
Right.
Because they can do this. And
so living like vicariously through your kids.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like that's.
I don't know if that's how it was for Joe and the Jacksons, though. It might have been.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, was he wrong? Look at how they turned out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
ass whooping on this side. Success.
Yeah.
And
spread the rise for the child.
Yeah.
I beat that boy to a pulp, and now you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's you just gotta, you never know the motive of somebody, but it's like at the end of the day, like pushing somebody. It's like what's that? LaMelo's dad, LeVar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like with his kids?
Yeah.
Oh, the ball boys.
Yeah, because some people could look at that and be like, nah, like you were just trying to put, but it's like, you
but
2 out of 3, like
that worked out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You 2 out of 3.
It worked out. I don't know. I just feel like what happens when you push a kid too far, and then they spend most of their time, on the sport, and then they miss out on the vital stuff, like how to be a good human in the midst of all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
There's definitely balance, though.
Yeah,
there's definitely balance.
It should be.
But I will say this though, like
2 minutes of video,
and I want to get y'all opinion on this. I feel like there's a certain level of like you kind of have to be that, like obsessed to reach. Because think about it, right? If you think about the NBA, just to make the NBA, the odds are just as high as winning the lottery.
They're ass.
And then you got to now say, okay, in order for you to be the best or one of the top players, that's like being the 1% of the 1%. Those odds are even higher.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like if this is the direction we're gonna go, like we gotta, there's a different level we're gonna have to reach, and that level is going to strain relationships. That level is gonna make it like it's not gonna be comfortable.
It's a lot of isolation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, is it harsh? Yes, but what's the goal though? Like if the ultimate goal, I'm just using NBA as an example because that's what I'm familiar with. If the ultimate goal is to get to the NBA and be one of the top players, then really you gotta look at like all that other stuff, right? I don't know. I haven't been in that situation. So here's my question to y'all. Do you feel like there can be a balance to do both?
Yeah, I feel like there can be a balance.
You talking about for what? For
To reach like whatever avenue you're gonna go to, right? And your child is doing that, and they have the talent and the gift.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna sing and you want to be on Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Beyonce status, I'm gonna have to push you like crazy.
I got to answer that.
Hit it.
That requires a maturity.
Okay.
Because if you, as an adult, right, as a parent, if you ain't got that maturity and you still stuck in your ways and you still trying to hold on to that championship your ass lost,
1982, Uncle Rico,
you shot a jumper and the shit rimmed out.
I still just throw this ball over that mountain.
Yeah, right. So if you still on that, right, if you still on that old stuff, and then you find a way to be able to push that on your kid, right, because you still harboring those feelings or whatever, then it ain't about happiness at that point. It's about, it's about my redemption story through my son. Or through my daughter.
Yeah.
So it's like if you lose touch of that and you already going into it the wrong mentality is what I'm saying. So it just really depends on the mentality of that parent. So it's really important to have that balance and say, look, you live your life. Right now you're trying to make the quality of life better for your child. So give them opportunities outside of that one in which they can redeem your championship from 19, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think that it just needs to be, that's the crucial thing in order to get that balance.
Right. So in 2025, are we whooping kids? You beating them?
I still whoop my ass. I still whoop my kid's ass.
See, I can't do it. I literally can't.
Well,
because I've tried.
Define
it
whoop.
does not work.
Define whoop.
I get to the belt, bro, and I get to the hitting, and then they look at me, They hit me with the
disclaimer.
What you doing?
Disclaimer. I feel you, because I haven't had to whoop my kids in a long time. I think the last person I whooped was London, and London's 9. And then I got to a point where I wanted to whoop my 17-year-old, and I thought about it. I was like, we passed this. At this point, I'm just taking your phone, dog. You can't, watch it.
Right.
So I don't know, but I feel like there are parents who, even at a younger age, won't apply that discipline.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. It's like maybe it's the relationship is a little bit different. Like that game has definitely changed, right?
Yeah.
I know a young lady. She has a child. Her child is 4 or 5, and she gives her love taps. It's like, don't do that. I'm like, and then the girl goes and proceeds to pull down all of the.
So it doesn't work.
And so now you got to help me pick that up now, don't you? Don't do that.
See, that's the difference.
Sit your ass down somewhere and don't do that. It's totally different. I feel like for me personally, I came from the spoiled, you spread around spoiled the child type thing.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
mom, I got my ass beat.
Yeah.
And I
Me
turned
too.
out great.
Yeah.
I think I turned out pretty good.
Me too.
I'm not in jail or anything like that. I ain't robbed nobody. I ain't cussed nobody out on the way over here. I did pretty good by myself. I ain't broken any dishes. I haven't broken any dishes in a long time.
Right.
I mean, but I feel like that's not the answer in every circumstance situation. But I feel like it is a tool.
Right. Tool,
like
not a rule.
There we go.
Because I tried with my daughter, my middle child, my 12-year-old, and she gave me these faces of like, what are you doing? Like, this does not bother me. Because that's how Naisha was.
Oh, that part.
As a kid. That didn't bother her. Like, her dad beat her over the head with a newspaper.
I got a story about that.
He gets so frustrated.
I got a story about that.
So I end up talking to him, or like you said, taking stuff away. And it's just like, that gets in their brain. I can see their faces whenever I'm talking to them and reprimanding them that way, as opposed to just trying to whoop them. Because then the whooping is like, okay, whatever. I know he really didn't want to do that.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Is it the same way with your son, too? Like, is he looking at you the same way, or is he kind of more adherent to when you use the belt?
I haven't used nothing on him. I can get him with my words.
Okay. Because the reason why I asked is what I've seen, too, especially, like, through sports, that, like, the way you do things with boys is, like, you can't do it
different.
the same with girls, right? Sometimes girls, like my daughter, my tone will set her off.
Yeah.
Like if I raise my voice like an octave, oh, she crying. I'm like,
Daddy voice.
all I do, I'm just trying to call you over here. Like,
Daddy voice is
but
different.
that's what I was gonna say because like I think what was that coach name for Connecticut? I forget his name. For the girls
Coach
team.
King?
No, for the girls team for Connecticut. He was talking about how like when I talk to him, like boys, you could just say, hey, go, you need to do this.
Right.
But like he's like, well, girls like they're like, but why? And so like you gotta give because to them it kind of that's why it made me ask that, because he's like, I would just go off and they're just like, okay, so what's the point? What are we doing here? Like, why are you yelling?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I kind of had to learn how to like give context now. And so that's why I just was wondering like maybe if there was a difference, like
There is a hey, why are you doing this, or why is this? Because me and my daughter had back and forth for a long time about why I tell her to do certain things. Why do I have to do this? And she'll just go into the why, and I keep explaining it to her. I'm like, okay, right. Stop. Eventually, I get to a point where I stop.
Yeah, the game has changed, dog. Because the answer used to be because I motherfucking said so. Eat your motherfucker. Like, it would change like really quick, and you'll get together. Like it's totally different now, man. You can't do that. They'll break down. Yeah, they'll break down. They'll go somewhere else, and they find whatever they're looking for that you're not giving them. They'll find it somewhere else, real quick. And then it's all these other outlets they have to go to. So I think I think it's spirited. So it's like a parental fear. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to lose your kids, right? I mean, you want to. That relationship is super important, and I value my relationship with my kids. I have a really good rapport with them, but I feel like we do things sometimes to appease.
Well, it goes back to like I don't want to be what my parents be. Well,
there we go.
So you try to shift that mindset of what your parents did. Like, okay, I understand why mommy did this. I understand why she beat the brakes off me, and I was running around the house crying.
So I get it.
I get that.
So that means my child should get it early, but in actuality, that might not even be the case because there's some coddled kids, bro.
That's true.
Oh my God, I teach.
Yeah,
I teach some coddled, privileged kids, unfortunately, sometimes. Like, yo, your mom no cuss? Y'all have a problem with you cursing at school? I say shit all the time. Like wow. Like, just...
Some Hollywood kids. Freak you, Dad! Mother freaker!
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy.
It is insane, dog. It is insane. So, yeah, the game has definitely changed in that aspect. It just, I don't know, makes me sad.
I mean, I'm
gonna cue some sad music under this.
So then, let me ask you this. Then, like, let me position this question. So then, what do you think is the formula for setting up kids nowadays to be successful, to be ready for the real world? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Glad you asked that, because that's what I was gonna go back to with the whooping thing. Like, the whoopings happening so frequently, but I recall that there was little communication.
Oh yeah, it's always
very little talking. Hey, like the Full House used to blow my mind when Dad would come in and the music would start playing and he'd sit down on his knee and say, this is why I had to do this, because you were doing that, you were being rude, and I had to just tell you that we had. And that was like, why is he talking to her? Why did he just beating her?
That's exactly what I thought.
Is
like,
unrealistic.
What is he doing? Like, what the heck?
Why is his music so like calming and peaceful? Like,
come on, Sarah, tell me about today.
Like, who does that?
Yeah, that's different.
And it's like, so that communication, it's like, well, I'm going to try that. And in the Cosby Show, like, I mean, just those moments of the parent saying, well, why did you do this? And then letting the child speak, like you were saying earlier, like just letting them spill their guts and show themselves through how they talk and what they say. Then the parent can come back and say, okay, well, this is why that's not true, or why you shouldn't do this.
Right.
So, why don't you
Communication
try
is different.
that then? Like, try communication. And then when you see that you're able to get their ear, and then you can build from there. Mm-hmm. And if you have to do the whooping thing, and if it just comes down to that, it's like one of them high emotional moments, then I might just have to, pull out something and just whoop you. But that's how I see it right there.
I might have to backtrack a little bit. I wish that I had this type of parenting back then. That would have been great.
There's different times, man.
Yeah, different now.
Parents are going through so much back in them times.
Yeah, we needed more though. I think that I don't know if we needed more, but like the danger was a little bit different. Like it was hard. Like a lot of people doing things they had to do. A lot of fighting, a lot of
crack.
Crack. Crickety crack. Yeah, that was a whole part. That and I guess social pressure, right? Like you don't want to end up in dead or in jail, because that was always the story. Like you end up dead or in jail. Now it's not so much. I mean, the violence and the stuff is still there, but it's like less.
Yeah,
I think kids are more prone to like not wanting to get their phone taken.
But see, it's so much online. Like they learn online, but they don't know how to deal with it in the real world, and so that's why they get so mad
because they're detached from it.
Yeah,
and they get desensitized.
They're
because they see it so much.
Yeah.
I think that has the technology aspect of it. I think plays a big part, because there's sometimes like some students I have, they'll show me stuff. I'm like, oh my god, and they're like, ha ha ha. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you laughing? That's not a laughing thing.
Yeah, first of all,
they're like, I thought it was funny. I'm like, that's because you never like been in a situation where you actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, this era, they have like that whole World Star thing, right? You go to YouTube right now, and if I type in Garland fights or type in Dallas fights, or from any high school in America, there's a whole list. There's a whole chronicle of ass whoopings being dished out that they don't record it. So like they don't care about that violence stuff.
It's part of their culture.
It's a part of it.
Right? But it's a part of it, but they've never experienced it, so they don't really understand it.
The reality of it, they don't. See
that's the part that throws me off with them. I'm like, I don't think y'all really understand the situation. Like, because I don't know, like you said, like we both teach, so I think you can kind of put in your 2 cents on this. Like, I try to teach them about the real world, but I don't think it really registered how it really worked. It's like, well, I get equal opportunity. No, you don't. Like, it don't. It don't work that way. Like, it's not 1, 2, 3. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray area.
A lot of gray area.
Yeah. And I think that gray area is the part that they don't get. Like,
it's like elephant gray.
Right.
Like really, really gray area.
So that's going back to what I said with communication. If you can get to a point where you get somebody's ear, even if it's just one of those kids, and then they can be that example to their friends and their peers, because they're listening to what you're saying and what you're telling them, then that takes it, a lot further down the road, pretty much. So it's just a matter of being able to do that, being able to communicate that.
Yeah.
Communication is so important, because, like you said, we're on these phones, these devices, we're communicating with the algorithm, telling it stuff, but we don't know how to talk to each other.
Oh, bro, let me tell you what scared me so much. Oh, just speaking of algorithms, Jesus, this damn AI stuff is out of hand.
Oh man, it's all over the place.
It's crazy. You can't even tell the difference. You could barely tell the difference. It's like a little few things, and I'm like, once they fix that, like, how do you?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's scary, man.
If you're talking about photos, you look at the hands. The hands are always jacked.
Oh yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's just those.
Hey, carpal tunnel. They've been typing all day, bro.
Like holding suits.
Hey,
trying to hold sand in the
suit, my lord.
It's my strong hand.
It's my strong
hand.
My other hand ain't strong enough. Take my little hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the part. But like, you ever see the videos though?
Oh, the videos.
The crazy. AI videos is crazy. Like how they just morph into different things. I like that's literally how my dreams be. Like
they got one now where they got like.
Jeff.
I'm just.
Dang, that is kind of.
All right.
You got AI dreams.
Just omit that then. Forget it.
They got these.
Never said that.
What you call it? AI videos where they got like good times, but they got them like as bodybuilders.
Bro.
No, I ain't never.
So they'll do like the intro to Good Times and they
JJ Butler
person with everybody's that's buff.
I'm dead, bro.
They got that and the Jeffersons. where everybody just buff.
Bro, you gotta send that.
And it's like the craziest, cringiest thing because it's like, okay, this.
Hey, but does the mama from Good Time got a neck though?
Esther Rowe had like
We got
like 3 necks.
We got to pause that too.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah.
That was That was caught in HD. That was crazy.
Dang.
Yikes!
That's another one. Hey, yo.
Bang! Bang!
But yeah, AI is up there, bro.
It is.
So what y'all think? We wrap this up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's end it on that note. Perfect. It's a perfect way to end it.
On the next. On the rest of the road next.
Yeah, that's gonna be the the tie-in for the next episode.
That'll be the caption right there. It's the road next.
Oh my god, that's the road next.
So GameChxngers, man. We the game has changed, people. Gosh, whether you're aware of it or not, the game is different. Like if you growing up and coming up in this generation, all you know is internet. All you know is social media. That's a whole nother level. Like internet is one thing. Social media is a whole other thing. Like that's another generation of kids. That's all they know.
Yeah.
Well, you're on Facebook. Or you're on Instagram. Or you're on TikTok. Well, that's all I know. Like, how about going outside and seeing somebody in another backyard and meeting them for the first time?
That's the original social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shaking the hand like, hey, let's go play ball or let's go hoop or something.
The basketball court does.
Totally
Yeah.
different.
For sure.
So, all right.
That look like, all right.
Figure out
Wrap this thing up.
gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up, box.
Everybody just walks away. That's it. All right, guys.
We're gonna bring this thing into a land.
Oh, letting this play here. Yeah.
Signing off. I guess we're gonna sign off.
Yeah. Last final thoughts or anything?
Beat your kids, man.
B2K?
Beat your kids.
Beat your kid.
Oh, B2K.
Beat your kids. Don't beat them. Just push them down every now and then.
Push 'em down.
Kick them, let them know who boss.
You know, I tried to be like that, man. I tried to be like that.
Nah, you gotta be like Ike.
Nah, it's commitment, bro. Yeah, you be like
Be like Ike Turner.
be like Ike.
Be like Ike.
Be like Ike.
What's that meme where he looking at you like this?
That's the next shirt. That's the next shirt I'm making.
Be like Ike.
Be like Ike. It's gonna say Mike, but I'm gonna cross out the M.
You gotta put the whoop that
Oh, that's
trick on there.
hilarious.
That's hard. That's hard. I'm
You
wearing
should
that
do
shit.
that.
Dead
Yeah.
ass. I'm wearing the next
should do
podcast.
that.
That is hard.
Be like Ike.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that. Yeah.
That's the intro song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, violent ass podcast is
God.
violent, dog.
All right,
All
man.
right, y'all.
All right, man. Game changers.
GameChxngers, PAT.
Keith.
Just turn it off.
Yeah, just
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Marcel.
We got audio.
Yeah, there it is. We out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we ended it like that.
Wait.
Oh, we gonna do? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
One, two, three. There it is. We out of here.